Hello there. My name is Louise Vallis, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be here with you today. This is a comprehensive guide of how to thrive with HIV. This webinar is for professionals, creatives, and driven, ambitious people who are living with HIV. It's for people who want to improve their CD4 count, people who want unconditional love for both themselves and within others. And my promise is that everything I teach here will align with the path of yoga, and nothing is for sale today. So, my start, I was an extremely confident woman, and I worked in various senior leadership jobs for well over 20 years. And over that period, I met and worked with the Prime Minister of the UK, and I won various awards. I worked hard and I played hard. I owned 2 houses in London. I had lots of money in the bank. I wore lots of designer clothes and new cars and exotic holidays. And I often dined at Michelin star restaurants, and I enjoyed the theatre, the opera, and the arts. However, when I found out I had HIV, I really struggled to accept it because I'd felt that I had created a great life that gave me freedom. And I felt that HIV took my freedom away. So I was depressed, I was anxious, and I felt extremely lonely. I felt isolated, and I was really, really worried about stigma. I did not have a great love life, and I drank alcohol quite heavily, and I smoked very heavily. I felt I had lost part of myself to HIV, and I wanted to find a better way to live. So I trained as a yoga teacher, and I studied meditation and vegan nutrition. I studied the chakra energy system and trained as a Reiki practitioner. I started a podcast called Auntie Lou's Hour to support people living with HIV. I stopped the drinking and smoking and became vegan, and I inspired others to do so. I bought my third house. I coached people into senior management and creative roles and mentored many people living with HIV around relationships, love, and success. I met a man who was HIV negative. We met, we fell in love, and we got married. We bought a beautiful orchard, and we have an absolutely amazing quality of life. I'm an intersectional wellness coach, and I work with international charities and individuals to reduce stigma and improve the quality of life for people living with HIV. So, in the next 30 minutes, you will learn how to navigate love and HIV without relying on the acceptance of others, how to use yoga as a tool to improve CD4 without relying on expensive fads and gimmicks, and how to navigate stigma, fear, and self-doubt. You'll also learn how your chakras work and how you can support your own well-being without having to do your own research. How a plant-based diet can benefit you. It can improve your CD4, but you can do so without feeling judged about how or what you currently eat. How to get the support you need so you don't feel uncertain about what to do next or end up procrastinating forever. So, does this sound familiar? Have you found it difficult to find unconditional love because of disclosing? Or maybe you feel lonely and you find it hard to talk or even think about HIV. Have you tried to improve your health and you find it hard to commit? Maybe you struggle with finding time for yourself and then you end up taking shortcuts to gain that quick fix pleasure. Maybe you worry how people perceive you because of your position in the community or within your workplace. And here's the good news. None of what I just mentioned is the actual issue. The real issue is knowing how to make a few key adjustments. And once you make these adjustments, you will very rapidly grow from the old way of being everyone's problem solver, having no time to spend on yourself and address your needs, spending money on quick fixes maybe, and feel regret and empty or burned out afterwards. Or maybe trying to make different food choices and not quite sure where to start. Maybe going on HIV dating websites and end up feeling anxious or disappointed. Maybe signing up for the gym or a yoga class and not committing because you prioritize your job, your friends, your family. And transform into the new way of improved food choices, feel better, improved confidence, and improved CD4. Focused time management to get things done, develop a new way of being. Spend time on yourself. Put your needs first. Improve your health and your immune system also improves. Healthy relationships with someone who loves you regardless of your status. A healthy relationship with yourself is fundamental. Rediscover who you are and generate self-love. And once you make these adjustments, you can finally become a representation of a healthy, thriving person living with HIV while you improve your CD4. Once you make these adjustments, you can make a positive change for yourself, both your inner world and your outer world. Achieve your goals. Find peace of mind and freedom. Normalize HIV and realize how empowering life can be. So here are my 4 adjustments to self-love and healthy relationships, maintaining your health in a sustainable way, improving your CD4, reduce the risk of other health-related issues, for example, diabetes or high cholesterol, or even heart disease, and finding freedom from stigma and judgment. But before we jump in, you need 3 essential elements in your foundation to living well and thriving with HIV. Now, the first one is yoga, and the pose that I demonstrate here is part of a much larger pie. You may have downloaded the guide I have where I demonstrate these poses, but there is a lot more in-depth understanding about the benefits of yoga, particularly for people living with HIV. Plant-based, that's the second component. And studies show that a plant-based diet can improve health for people living with HIV. The third element is emotional well-being, navigating love, stigma, and judgment. So the foundation of this journey is yoga, plant-based nutrition, emotional well-being, and live life and achieve your goals. What has love got to do with it? So this is the first adjustment that I'm talking about, how we navigate love. Now, self-love is the absolute key to setting boundaries and navigating healthy, lasting, sustainable relationships. So, to avoid falling into unhealthy relationships and repeating unhealthy behaviors and patterns, it's important that we understand how to navigate love. Relationships with your friends and your families and any love interest will improve when you really get to grips with navigating self-love. Do you find dating a challenge? Do you find that you get anxious when you think about disclosure? When you fully understand how to love yourself, your relationships with your friends, your families, and any love interest will improve. Because HIV forces us to reflect on love. It forces us to look at self-love and love for others. And we want to avoid falling into those unhealthy relationships and repeating those patterns of behavior. And you know what I'm talking about. But we need to feel safe to navigate love in a supportive environment. So look inwards to discover what the barriers are to receiving unconditional love and discover the secrets of sustainable love. The second adjustment is about sustainable health and plant-based food. You are what you eat. I mean, I had a really hard time switching my diet. And why did I do it? I done it because I wanted to think about how I can live as long as possible with HIV, as healthy as possible with HIV, and how to minimize having to take even more medication. But I understand it can be an absolute real struggle to think about changing the way you eat, let alone actually doing it. But working in a flexible way can help, and taking really small steps in a very gentle way is what helps. Now, maintaining a healthy diet and a demanding job can be extremely challenging. But we know that studies show that plant-based diets reduce heart disease and the onset of diabetes, and it can help us from taking even more medication. Plant-based diets can help to improve immune function according to a number of different studies. It improves overall health and you end up feeling great and maybe look great as well. The third adjustment is around your immune function and how yoga and inflammation and HIV are linked, because studies show that yoga improves the immune function and it reduces inflammation in people living with HIV. Now, people avoid yoga because they think they need to be flexible or they need to be fit. But you need to understand this is absolutely false. It's not true. You don't need to be flexible or fit to do yoga. Yoga is for everybody, regardless of your fitness level. Yoga improves the immune function and it reduces inflammation, according to a number of studies. So there is less risk of cardiovascular, liver, kidney, bone, and neurological diseases. You will feel more flexible and less tired. Yoga includes breath work, known as pranayama. It includes mindfulness, it includes meditation, and it includes chakra energy balancing. Yoga enhances your sleep and it improves your immune system. Now, understanding the true meaning of yoga, there is no such thing as being good or bad at yoga. When you start to tap in to your subtle energy system, you get a deeper understanding and connection between your mind, body, and your soul. And when you start to work with your seven chakra systems, there are a number of subtle energy points throughout your body, and they're called chakras. And when you start working with your chakras, you will start to take back control of your mind and your body while you balance your chakras. Now, studies also show that a mindfulness program improves immune function and it reduces inflammation with people living with HIV. And when you work with your chakra system through a meditation and through yoga and through a number of different techniques, you will find the balancing of your energy around you. Now, stigma, the fourth adjustment is around stigma, and managing stigma will improve your psychological and your physical health. Studies show how stigma affects psychological and physical health of people living with HIV in a number of different ways. Maybe you have a high profile career, or maybe you have a high profile role in the community. Or maybe you're just well known, or people just know you. And that can make living with HIV even more challenging, especially if you're out there. Maybe you're seen by others as a leader or a mentor or a role model. And this can add to the stress levels and it can add to fear and anxiety. And I'm living proof of that. But when you start to manage your stigma, you feel free of shame, free of judgment, and free from hiding. I hid for many years. So, along with taking your HIV medication, journaling provides a safe and private space to explore thoughts, emotions, and stigma while you grow. Mirror work and affirmations promotes positive self-perception and challenges negative beliefs while fostering self-acceptance. And also the help of a HIV mentor and a coach as a bonus adjustment can help. So here's the roadmap of knowledge is your power. So your body, your emotions, your nutrition, and your unconditional love. So, have you found it challenging to be intimate with someone because of HIV? Maybe you've tried the dating app, social media, you've gone back to ex-partners just to see where you can have that physical or emotional connection. And the cost of dating alone can rack up over the year. Maybe you want to improve your diet and improve your CD4. You want to avoid the risk of taking more medication because of diabetes and heart disease. And you've tried the apps, you've tried classes, you've tried gym and yoga and YouTube, all to stay fit. Meanwhile, you're still struggling to find someone that you actually like. It's a lot. It's information overload. So here's a scenario. It's called the work hard, play hard scenario, and it's a journey that one can go on. So you've had a hard day's work, and after work, you decide to go out for cocktails. You buy two cocktails, and each cocktail costs £10. Then you and your work colleagues go out for some food. And then on the way home, you decide to take a cab or share an Uber. And then the next day, you decide to go shopping because you're a little bit hungover and you want to cheer yourself up because you've seen something in the sale and you've had your eye on it for a long time. So you go shopping and you spend 50 quid. Say you do this, that costs £100 just for that one outing. And it could be more. This is approximate. If you do that 3 times during the month, you go out 3 times during the month, you're looking at £300. And then let's not forget any gym memberships you've got, any self-development services. Maybe you're buying lots of books or apps or healing events and any other activities that you pay for to help you live better with HIV. When you add it all up, you're looking at £500 a month. So what do you choose? The quick fix of £500 a month, or get fit in a sustainable way, improve your CD4, attract self-love, manage stigma for less money per month? I'm thriving. My CD4 increased to 1,300. When I saw my consultant, my HIV consultant, he said to me, "I don't know how you do it. You're superwoman." That was what he said. End of quote. But it took me over 20 years of work to understand my mindset and to learn how to manage stigma and navigate love whilst having HIV. I'd done a number of things. Yes, I stopped alcohol, I stopped smoking, I stopped the drugs, I stopped my excessive shopping, I improved my diet, I no longer feel anxious or depressed. I manage my neurodivergency, and I looked into my childhood traumas and I started a podcast. I finally found freedom, folks. I have been headhunted for jobs. I'm financially free, I'm emotionally free, and I found authentic love. Let's see what the experts say. So WebMD say, along with taking your HIV medication, self-care helps you to stay healthy, have a better quality of life, and live longer with HIV. HIV.gov say that physical activity has many important benefits. It can boost your mood, sharpen your focus, reduce your stress, and improve your sleep. The NHS say, along with taking your HIV medication, you can exercise, eat a healthy diet, and stop smoking. But you're not alone. The average person spends $90 for yoga per month, and a home cook who wants to transition to a vegan diet can expect to pay around $350 for a 3-month vegan course. And what's the bonus adjustment that I spoke about? Well, that's about working with a coach. And when you work with a coach, you avoid wasting money on trial and error. You'll be directly supported from start to finish by someone who has the education experience to make you successful. A coach can help you stay motivated so your routines last more than a couple of weeks, because consistency is the key. Have the support of a group to ask questions while learning new skills instead of doing it all alone. And overcome blocks, fears, doubts, and procrastination. So today I promised that you would learn about navigating love and HIV, about stigma, the benefits of yoga, the benefits of a plant-based diet, how quick fixes can cost around £500 a month or more, how yoga improves immune function and reduces inflammation, how a plant-based diet can reduce heart disease, diabetes, and cholesterol. And this is what you need to win. The first adjustment, learn how to set boundaries. Second adjustment, have a regular yoga practice. Third adjustment, learn more about plant-based diets. Fourth adjustment, learn to work with emotional health, your emotional health. And as a bonus adjustment, work with a coach. Now, this path that I've just explained is how you will deeply understand how to find and enjoy a healthy, loving relationship, how to develop boundaries with yourself, family, friends, and work, how to learn how to reduce the onset of diabetes, cholesterol, and heart disease, how to have a healthy, sustainable life with HIV, reduce stress, anxiety, depression, and improve your CD4. Let's meet others to see what they have to say.
So I just came off of a lovely practice with Louise, and I think first of all, just how reluctant I am to even talk is a great testament to her amazing qualities. So not only did she lead a wonderful practice in terms of sequencing, shapes, but also she just created a really nourishing space with her voice, the tone of her voice, the words that she used, um, her whole ambiance, her whole personality, really. And this is via video, so it's still coming through the internet. She was able to just kind of give me this feeling of self acceptance, calm, and safety. She really created a space of safety where I felt I could just relax, let go, and begin to go inward with some of the prompts and little anecdotes, stories, things that she shared, really wisdom. So it wasn't just a yoga class, it was kind of a little bit of a meditation on some key themes that I magically just needed to hear today. So if you haven't practiced with Louise, I would highly recommend it, not only in terms of, like I said, technicality, but also just the wisdom that she can impart to you, the feeling that she gives. And she's a lovely human being. If you get a chance to actually speak with her outside of class, I don't think it's going to take you long to realize that she is super authentic and has a lot of great kernels of truth to share. So, highly recommend. And yeah, so I just came off of a lovely practice with Louise, and I think
Let's see what other people say. This person says Louise has the ability to use her professional coaching techniques to enable you to answer your own questions and self concerns. She does not dictate or subtly push you in any direction, allowing you to realize your full potential. Here are some more reviews and some more. Now you have a choice. You can stay on your current path and you can stay in your current or find a new unhealthy relationship that doesn't make you happy or serve you well. You can continue working out in the gym and not work on your inner being and your chakra energy system. You can continue to buy lots of stuff to feel the loneliness that you feel. Maybe get drunk and continue with the quick fixes. You can continue solving everyone's problems, continue working hard and not taking care of your emotional health. Or you can take bold action. I've set aside time in the next 48 hours to connect with students who are ready to manifest their best life and deeply impact their quality of life. We will discuss what obstacles you face and what your vision is for your life. We will discuss the challenges that you face living with HIV. And if we are a good fit for each other, that's great. If not, that's okay too. And the cost is absolutely free. Why am I doing this? I'm doing this because I want to improve the quality of life for people living with HIV, to reduce the feeling of stigma and judgment. And I want to work with professionals, creatives, and ambitious people who want to be supported and successful in all aspects of their life. This is not for people who are not committed to improving their quality of life. It's not for those people who are not open to learning about a plant based diet, or those who don't feel they need support, or those who feel they don't need to be coached by someone with experience. This is not for people who are stuck in their ways, who don't want to learn new ideas, and who are uncommitted or unwilling to put in the work. So, if you're living with HIV and you want to have healthy relationships, if you are open minded and willing to learn and try out plant based food, if you are willing to commit to yoga, meditation, mindfulness practices, and other complementary techniques, book a call with me. If you want to have a healthy lifestyle, you want to learn about the chakras and other learning modalities, and you want to live your life to the fullest and learn new skills, book a call with me. Are you ready to find out who you are? Book a call. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day ahead.